Alrighty. Hi there, Builder. How you doing, my friend? Give me one moment. Leo, my friend. Vanix, good evening, everybody. Give me one second. I just need to try configuring something. Browser source. Yeah, shit. What the fuck happened there? Wow. Okay. That's awkward. Give me one second, fellas. I'm doing good, thanks. Had a chicken salad for dinner. Nice, man. Good. I'm good, man. I put my kid to sleep like a few minutes ago. Took him a while, but I try to appreciate moments with him because I know he's not gonna be young forever. So yeah. Just put him to bed and yeah. Been at work. Good evening, everybody. Ah, shit, Leo. I actually have a bunch of them left. I need to actually. I haven't didn't, but I have like probably like I don't know, probably like 10 or 15 full new packs. Vanilla TypeScript. Yeah. All right. Give me one second, fellas. Title scene main. I guess browser source browser. Okay. Give me one. I just want to do one thing here very quickly. I'm gonna change this to properties. And how do I rename this? The browser. Yeah. Let's rename this. Let's call this focus timer. Focus timer, yes. Give me one second. Let's see now. Give me one second, fellas, before we get started here. So wait, so if I would actually show this, give me one sec. So what happens if I press this? Ah, pin, yeah. But can't you pin it yourself? Beautiful. Thank you, man. Okay, give me just one second here. I just need to, what the hell is this? Okay. I'm just setting something on my here. Okay, how do I do this? Focus timer, local file, URL, mute browser source. Is this like, wait. No, I don't actually know how to use this. Okay. Scene main, yeah. Focus time, local file, URL, mute browser source. All right, never mind. Screw it. Let me just hide this crap. All right. Let me just go to the. Let me go to production just to see if everything's fine here. Do we have anyone new sign up? No. Yeah. So all right. So yeah. So we're gonna continue. Obviously. We can obviously continue with meetups and stuff, and we need to finalize that. So obviously we have mobile experience to do and we have bugs to do, right? So we're gonna instantly start with that. All right, so let's start simple, right? So give me one second, something's fucked up here. What? Never give up. Yeah. All right, so if I go to mhm. Yeah, exactly. I don't watch really movies much. I don't have the time, unfortunately. No, but I don't think that I watched. No, I haven't heard of that movie. No. Okay, that's obviously fucked up. All right. Ah, I see. That's fair enough, honestly. Okay, that's also fair enough. Wow. All right, that's crazy. Well, that's good that our constraints actually work, so that's great. It's okay. Just do that. Meetup members. Okay, wow. Just trying to remove the meetup, but we have so many of those constraints, which is good, which is very good. Obi, my friend, good evening. All right, so this empty state we need to kind of cover, right? So yeah, so let's basically, so today we're gonna start and we're gonna yeah, just fix some well, not fix necessarily, but final, well, we have pushed a meetups feature to production last night, and yeah, now it's time to actually yeah, just start kind of finalizing it, breaking it and stuff. So if, yeah, exactly, obviously we need this here, and then we pretty much want to, maybe, yeah, so maybe we want to have a state like this, right? So let's see, well, not actionable necessarily, right, but something that is something similar, right? So we're going to do this stuff, and instead of this, right, we're going to smack this bad boy here, and we're going to say you know, I don't know, we'll see some icon, let's say I don't know, smile or something, home smile, user smile, I don't know, just randomly on click. We're not gonna have any button or anything in there. So if I go back here now, okay, so then here I suppose we can just write something that, hey, Alex or whatever user isn't actually part of anything. Oh, that's not really what I want. So do I have like username or something here? Like, do I have the context of a user in this component? Meetups, no, 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 we don't. All right, well, yeah, let's get it in here then. So let's say const whatever is exactly, beautiful. Then we're gonna say here user, and yeah, then we'll say const display name is, well, I think, don't we have like get display name? Yeah, I think I have this utility, right? And I can give it a user if I'm not correct. Yeah, first name, last name, user, exactly, right? Has not joined any meetups yet, right? Something like that, right? Okay, that's actually failing. Let's see why. It's unfortunate. Oh, we didn't import that. Interesting. Wow. Okay, cool. Let's fix that. Alexander, yeah. Well, actually, so what I will actually gonna do is I'm gonna be kind of careful here, and not it's a bit like it says stupid. It says my full name, right? So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna say, well, either use user dot first name or show whatever this returns. So Alexander has not joined any meetups yet. It might. Who needs friends anyway? That's fair enough, yeah. Noble, my friend, good evening. I'm very good, man. I worked the whole day and then put my kid to bed, cleaned the house, fed him, and all of that stuff. And then, yeah, I'm now with you guys just hacking out. I took a little nap with him, so that always helps. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to stream. I would be too tired. So those naps with him when I'm putting him to sleep, actually help. What about you, man? How are you? Thank you for coming. Thank you, everybody, of course, for being here. Well, I don't have energy for coding. I have energy for building this product. So that's different. I don't care about coding. I'm not here to code. I'm here to, so that's I think the significant difference for me, right? I'm not here to code. I'm here to build programmer networks. So that's the difference. If you're wondering how can I come up every night and what motivates me, well, what motivates me is building the platform, not writing code, right? Because I got bored of writing code long ago, right? So so that honestly, oh my God, Kirill is here. Good evening, Kirill. Max, thank you so much for the Prime, man. Thank every time some of you guys support this project, I'm very happy. Not because of money, because obviously it honestly doesn't mean much what you guys do. But what it means to me is that this project is funded by you guys. So, and that was my idea. How cool would it be that we have enough of subscribers that we can just pay off. It's pretty crazy. But thank you. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, that's great, I guess. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. And I'm very happy to hear that you are learning at least something. So that's really good. That's really good. All right, so let's go ahead and find more bugs. I'm sure there's more incomplete things with the meetups. I'm very sure that we didn't finish everything for sure. So we have this stuff as well, which is I mean, not very relevant, but we have so this search results, right? Jesus Christ, man, this is a big ass SVG. Okay, so let's let's go over here, assets, images, illustrations, and say here meetup group SVG, right? Play one game. Good evening, buddy. How are you? Am I actually importing an SVG anywhere? Because I genuinely don't remember if okay, so this is how I'm importing it. Fair enough. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna say, all right, import React component as a meetup group of people. No, meetup group. Meetup group, and then we're gonna say here meetup group. Yes, beautiful. And then let's go and kind of all right, that's better. Give me a second. All right. So what I actually dislike here, so let's clean this up a bit, right? So there's a lot of ternary operators and stuff, and I generally hate those them using them in JSX because it becomes incredibly hard to read things, right? So let's actually paste this in ChatGPT, and give me one second. So I'm gonna actually go and use the robot. So we're gonna say, hey, good robot, our pair programmer, please break this React return into a bit into multiple returns based on the state. It's hard to read like this. I just automate it, right? So I don't spend time on something that I've already done, right? Numinex, my friend, finally you're here. Finally we caught each other. Not much, man, not much. Yeah, it's perfect timing. I just started streaming 15 minutes ago, so that's great. Yeah, I mean, ChatGPT can be used in various ways, right? If one thing you could learn from me streaming for a year is actually how amazing this tool is. It's literally a miracle of humankind, as I always say, right? So of course, you just have to be clever and you have to automate your work, right? You know, you like anything that's stupid and that you don't need to do manually, don't do it manually. For example, right? So it's really that simple, right? Actually, I don't know. I mean, I trust that your experience wasn't great with it. I must say, my experience has been nothing but amazing, right? Um, the only actually, the only the only one annoyance, if I'm to be a little bit spoiled, is those types of things that it doesn't sometimes route out everything. But apart from that, to be very frank with you, I'm incredibly happy with it, right? I have honestly no complaints, to be very honest with you. So it's pretty much flawless, right? Same goes with Copilot. Same goes with pretty much all of that. Let's just get this in, and then we're gonna further on clean up. Oops, this is our API. The thing is, I think that at this point in time, right, there isn't really there's really no discussion about really like if you should like it's like if you're still wondering if wait. So this is the only annoyance I have. So right, this is the only annoyance I have, is that sometimes I mean, so the only annoyance I have is this, that they're trying to save cost by not generating tokens and then telling you to do it. Like that's the only thing that annoys me a bit. But again, I am spoiled, right? So you can see how we take something for granted very quickly, right? But apart from that, it's perfect. But keep in mind, you know, like I said before, you know, more better you are at what you're doing generally in life, better questions you're going to be able to ask. So this is the value of ChatGPT. More domain knowledge you have, better questions you can formulate, right? And you can use it in a more clever way. So that is also kind of the slight irony of it, is that it helps, I think, those the most, those who can already do the job, right? So yeah, I mean, treat it as a human in a way that better formulation you impose on it, better the question you can expect, the better answer. So in simple words, if you this is the same with humans, right? With and everybody else, right? So I'm just using stuff to automate things. I mean, I've wrote this stuff in the stream, right? And now I pretty much just want to automate stuff. I don't want to write this crap out manually, right? That's really the only thing we're doing here, right? And we're gonna do it now in steps. You're gonna see in a moment. We're gonna do it now in steps, and then we're gonna do another round, because I'm not really happy with this yet, right? So we're gonna do one more round of this, right? Let's see, did it do it right? Yeah, so you can see it works, beautiful. All right, and then I'm gonna tell it, okay, great, right? I'm gonna just tell it superb, but please break out into multiple returns instead of using ternary operators, right? Of course, yeah, you just have to, right? You have to, this again, you have to use this tool. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, you must use ChatGPT. Again, this has nothing to do anymore with the is this ethical values, blah 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 blah. It doesn't matter, man. The world is already using it. I'm using it here on the screen in front of you guys. So, and everybody's using it, right? So sooner you get yourself to use it. I never use 3.5. I'm paying for for version 4 since it came out, right? So whatever it costs and whatever the best version is, get that version. It's really that simple, to be very frank with you, right? Think about it this way. I mean, a lot of people kind of, so people come to me and ask, right? People, a lot of people here in this stream, every single stream, come to me and ask this question. This is literally the most common question past maybe 3 months. Is Chat GPT 4 worth it, right? This is what people ask, right? This is the most common question, right? Now, um, obviously, short answer and the correct answer is yes. But now, why is this question problematic, right? Because ChatGPT costs $20 a month. If this tool saves you 1 hour a month, so if it saves you 1 hour a month and you're employed software engineer, so if it saves you 1 hour a month, and you are actually a developer who has a job, you already paid for it, right? Because I doubt that your hourly rate is $20. I hope not, unless you have a very shitty job, right? So in simple words, if you're a software engineer who's making money and you're thinking, should you pay $20 for this? Then I don't genuinely know what to tell you, right? That's just fucking dumb, right? Because again, calculate your value in time. If it saves you hours every month, then I mean, what are we talking about here, right? Like this is not open for discussion. If you're a professional and you're having a problem paying $20 a month, then I don't know what to tell you, really. And if you don't have a job, if you're a student, whatever, I get that. But then it doesn't really matter, right? So is something worth anything that's saving you time, is your time, which is precious, is worth, right? Again, no matter who you are, if you can afford $20 for ChatGPT 4, you should pay for it. You can be a student, grandpa, a professional, right? It's absolutely worth it, no matter who you are. There's nothing in life that's free, man. Nothing is free. I don't trust in free things. When I hear a word free, I get a little chill, right? There's always something behind that free. It's either limited very much, nothing is free, like, right? So sure, free for what? Free how, right? Free for how long, right? How many times can you use it, etc., right? So nothing is free, man. Nobody works for free, and nobody should. All right. Well, I like that, right? All right. So this is great, actually. So I think we did that one as well. All right. So that's great. Give me 1 second. There's one thing that I wanted to kind of do, right? Programs for students, I agree 100%, of course, right? Absolutely. Nobody neglects that. I'm absolutely with you, right? But that's not what I'm talking about. Of course, that they have programs for students, 100%. You're absolutely right. Um, what the fuck is this, man? Ah, sorry. Uh, let's play some old stuff. Give me 1 second. All right, so let's take a look at this fella here. So let's see what else do we want to do here. So hmm, yeah, I see. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, okay. I see. All right. So just gonna smack this fella over here for a second. No, that's the wrong place. Okay. Then it has to be here, I suppose. Yeah, exactly, right. So that's kind of what I want, right? Yeah. So we get there, right? Beautiful. That's kind of what I wanted, right? If I zoom out. Okay, that's actually good. Just cause, because we run close here. Oops. Sure. Okay. Hmm. It goes by, it's on to me, and I walk alone. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams. Mm. So almost. Yeah, I mean I don't like the composition of this, but it's okay, I guess. Do you think Kotlin will be a good backend language maybe to work with Spring Full Stack apps? No, I'm not really competent in Kotlin, right? Or anything like that. I never wrote Kotlin. I know some people who do write it, and I know it's a pretty solid language from experience of others. So I see why not, right? Um, uh, I'm sure that a lot of Android apps and a lot of, I don't know about the iOS apps, but I know that a lot of Android apps are written in Kotlin, right? So, but I think it's fundamentally you have to kind of be more precise with your questions for yourself, not for me. When you say, do you think that language X is going to be good? Good in which way and bad in which way? Like a lot of people can't actually define what they mean by this, right? Because what is a good language, right? What is a bad language, right? That's there's a right. What is it for? Which problem is it solving, right? Etc. Etc. So when you say good or bad, it's like good for what, and what is good, what is bad, right? Little Leon, my best man, is here. Okay, so great. So let's see. So cover image. Jamu, thank you very much, buddy. Likewise, likewise. Hmm. Yeah, okay, so this was just, I don't actually like this, to be honest, sorry. I don't actually like this at all, so I'll just revert this. Attempt at something, so I'll just keep that where it actually was. So yeah, I'll keep it here, it's okay. Create a meetup, yeah. Hey there, Alex, I have a question. I have a website in pure HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It muted video in that. PC laptop, it's possible to play that video, but in mobile, it's barely loaded. It doesn't even play. What would you suggest to do that? On mobile, it barely loads or it doesn't even play. What would you suggest to do for that? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I would need more details, right? I don't know how you did it and stuff like that, right? I can't assume right now what's wrong, right? I think what Chrome has implemented when it comes to at least playing audio files, at the very least in the browser, it's you have to interface with the page anywhere in the page before the audio or video plays. So maybe that's your problem. I don't know. It's hard to tell, right? If you can show some code, then I'm very happy to help. But I can't now. It's hard, right? Without seeing the code, right? Great music. Happy that you like it. I like it too. All right, so okay, so let me just okay, so yeah, and let's start making things mobile friendly. So that's there's no better way to do that than now. Shit, let's go to meetups. Let's zoom in. All right, cool. So let's start making this friendly on the mobile devices very quickly. Should be fairly easy. Header section. All right. All right. Cool. Cool. Let's go down here. Header section. Meetup list. So we have the header section which holds that. Okay, let's fix the header section first. Okay. Ah, okay, this is the main. I see. All right, never mind. That's good. That's good. That's kind of okay. Let's see more. Create a meetup. I mean, we could technically. Can I actually do that? Probably not, but we'll see. Actually, I don't even dislike it being here. I think the only thing that we can do is kind of reduce the size. So let's say here px4, px2, and then md, right? py2. Yeah, to kind of reduce the size of it a bit, right? Yeah, we'll see. Okay, great. So we'll see. Let's go down to the list. Well, obviously, the form should kind of almost be ready. Should almost be mobile friendly. But okay, our array meter blah blah. Okay. Interesting. So it seems we don't need that. Beautiful. Thank you everybody for the follows and all of that stuff. Thank you. Yeah, so I think the only thing I would like to do here basically, right, is I'm gonna wrap this fella in a div, and then I'm gonna say mx auto. Is there like, yeah, I mean, yeah, not really. We'll see. Give me a second. Or actually, we could say flex justify center, right? Yeah, so that should be fine. If we go back here, that should still work, right? Beautiful. All right, so let's zoom in again. So that's going well. So yeah. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate though. So yeah, we need, okay, I see. So if we go to this bad boy here, the meetup form, right? Width full, I guess. Height, can we say height? What was it? And what height screen, right? But is that going to be sufficient? So you can see that the bottom bar is overlapping the stuff, right? So I guess we need to say PB maybe. Let's just start 24. That's 96 pixels. Yeah. Yeah, maybe not as much. Let's say 18. Is there 18? No. 20. Falling from the stars. In my pain again. Becoming what we are. As my memory rests. Okay, yeah, that fucking sucks. Why is that happening? That's annoying. I see. I see. All right. Never mind. All good. Yeah, that's really bad, actually. Ah, shit. Yeah, actually, no. Let's call that. Where's that stuff? Yeah, over here, right? So let's call that. Input header class name. Yeah, that kind of sucks, but that's what it is. I'm just paranoid. Yeah. Shit, I shouldn't be doing that, no. I don't use any libraries. I wrote it myself. Yeah, I don't actually. Yeah, I'm not actually gonna know. No, I'm not gonna do that at all. Actually, that makes no sense. It's okay. So let's close that crap. Let's close that. Close that. So yeah, so doesn't look good at all actually. How long did it take you to become fluent in I don't understand that question honestly. I'm sorry. What do you mean? Yeah, I mean let's leave it like that. I don't care. It's not that. Okay, so that's good, I guess. Right, cool. Okay, so let's create a meetup, right? Let's create a meetup on mobile and let's write some short. Let's write some short stuff. Interesting, okay. Country Algeria. All right, so okay, great. Cool. So let's get to this point now. Event list, meetup events. Ah, I see. Okay. Columns 2. Okay, so yeah, we want to apply this grid only in mobile, right? Yeah, I mean, and then obviously, right, if we had another one, if we just copy paste this one more into here, right, just into the dev tool, so they would be on mobile, you know, we probably want those events to appear beneath each other, right, which is fine, right, for the most part, I guess. Let's see what we actually have between them, though. So we have MB4, right, which might or might not be sufficient on mobile, right? So let's say here MB8 on mobile, actually, ironically, and then on desktop or bigger devices, let's just make it a lot smaller, right? So if we copy a few of them now, yeah, so that's good. We need a bit of space in mobile, right? Cool. So that's good. Now, if we go into here, everything should be messed up, and it is, and that's great. That's cool. So let's fix that up now as well. So what is this? Is this a single meetup view? It is, right? Yeah. No, it's not. This is the form. Okay. Yeah, this is it. All right, great. So what do we have here? What do we have here? So we have the tabs, we have the meetup, we have the, okay, I see. Have those buttons. All right, so let's start from this portion here, right? So let's make this part mobile friendly, so that should be fairly simple, right? No events scheduled, right? Sure. So let's say flex call md flex row, I guess, right? No, not quite there, I guess, right? Okay, let's revert that. So wait, what is this thing? This is what? This is this is this fellow over here. So this is this part. Okay. And then we have the button. So we really want to do this. So here we want to say flex call and then md flex row, right? I guess. Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah. For sure. And let's see. This fella here isn't really good. Well, at least this fella went to the new line, which is a bit strange. Wait a minute. To him call fate and misery. Company lost a war today. Back the train from interesting. All right, it's this fella here. Okay. Item center, justify items end. Item center, justify items end. Okay, let's see about that guy here. So justify items end. Okay, so I guess that's almost okay, but no, I mean, actually, do we really need this? Is this doing anything? Let's go to desktop. Yeah, so desktop is fine. Let's zoom in. So yeah, so oops, that's the API. So let's get back here. Yeah, so here we want to say justify maybe either evenly or around. Let's see. But actually, this is going to be not justify because now we are in the... No, actually should be justify, right? Let's say items around. Oops. Items center. Yeah, wait. Okay, actually. Justify. Let's try between. I mean, it's already good, honestly. It's almost great. It's just I want to see. Okay, wait a minute. So what do we have here? We have the SVG and we have this guy, right? Yeah. All right, well, actually, let's leave it like that. Right? And then this is actually good. I think for the most part, those fellas here are actually okay to be actually where they are. Yeah, so those are okay. And then if we get over here, create an event. So that's kind of mobile friendly already. Members are not, right? So we need to, yeah, so we can see, yeah, sure, great. So let's search for this fella here. And we can pretty much just say that this is MD. And then grid calls 1 on mobile, right? That should be an easy one. And then they should kind of span on mobile. Or maybe even 2. I don't actually know. Can 2 of them fit though, right? Is the question. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, maybe, right? Let's take a super small phone. Yeah, what do you think? Maybe they could fit next to each other, right? Yeah, I guess so, right? Maybe we can just reduce their size a bit, right? The padding and stuff, right? Yeah, so let's go there. So if I go into meetup member, right? So we're gonna do pretty much the same here, right? We're gonna say py4 px2, and then we're gonna double that on desktop, right? Or on non-mobile, right? 25 gold, my friend. Good evening, how are you? Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Probably at one point this is going to fail because let's see what happens. So we need to kind of try to handle the worst case scenarios. This name is now too short. What if the name is too long, right? So you can see, right? So we'll need to truncate that, right? So where is the display name, right? So let's just add the truncate here, right? I guess we could do that technically, right? I haven't changed it indeed. Or should the truncate maybe be here? Wait a minute. So let me actually just put like a long text here, just so we can test with the worst case scenario in the UI, right? Yeah. So right, so you can see this is clearly not good. So how do we truncate or whatever? It's truncate. I don't remember those some of these utility classes in leading. Yeah, I guess because there's no width set on this thing, right? So I suppose that's the reason why it's going off, right? But what if we has what if we added the break? Well, what is it? The word break, right? Break words, right? No, it doesn't like that. Doesn't like that neither, right? So let's try something else. Yeah, that's a bit strange, honestly. Why is this? Yeah, that's a bit messed up, isn't it? Yeah, I don't actually know why this doesn't work, or to say why the class isn't applied properly. No clue. But we need to do it. We need to. So let's figure it. Let me just get the. Let me just drink some water. 1 second. Actually, so it's surprisingly fine now. What the hell happened there? Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of strange, right? Isn't it? Okay. Wow. That's strange. All right. All right. Let's smack another one in there, and let's make this one liner, right? So let's just say lorem, right? So you can see that we should probably. How do we actually? How do we tell? How do we tell them in grid to follow the height? I remember, I just don't remember what the CSS property of that was, but I'm sure. Well, actually, is this? So how do we tell them to? Meetup member. Wait, where did we use this? Over here, right? Yeah, over here. So grid column. So how do we say to follow the height of the biggest element? Let's ask ChatGPT. I don't actually remember. In Tailwind CSS, using grid utility classes, how do I tell grid to always how to the grid to make their children always take the height of the highest element? I don't remember. Align item stretch. Okay. I mean, maybe actually it already is working indeed, but it's just like the, yeah. Give me a second. All right, you know what we're gonna do actually, just because, yeah, because this is too much trouble, and it's the trouble is not worth it. There's no really value in it, right? So what we're gonna actually do is we're gonna ensure that I'm actually gonna undo some of this stuff. Oops, no, that's not what I actually wanted, right? That's not what I wanted. What I wanted was this, and here we, okay, never mind. Yeah, so you can't find hi, I'm trying to learn React, but I just can't find the motivation quickly learning advice. I mean, that's a very strange statement, right? Is it that you can't find motivation to learn React, or is it that you can't find motivation to learn at all? What is it out of those two, right? Just having fun chatting, making the WebSockets now using Python. Nice, man. Nice, super nice. Cool. Sako, my dear friend, good evening. Thank you for coming, man. I appreciate that a lot. Is the file too big? Yeah, why am I not showing that on mobile though? The file limit of none kilobytes. Ah, okay, fuck. Did we actually wait a minute. Ooh, that kind of sucks, right? Let's go to the API here. Beautiful face. Yeah, I need to shave. I didn't shave for like a week now, and I look like a monkey, right? 100 kilobytes. Yeah, that's a bit awkward. Yeah, my wife tells me that as well. She doesn't like that actually. Oh, there was an earthquake. Shit, man. That. Okay, we'll need to test that actually in a moment. The limit of not a number kilobytes. Wow. Okay, that's. So we messed that up last night when I pushed stuff, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's keep on going with this, and then we'll move to that. Where's my stuff? Yeah. So we don't need to really necessarily make things completely perfect or anything like that, right? So you're here. You created your first meetup, right? Actually, let me just do this. Did I make those tags clickable? I did. Beautiful. So we get here, we have the events, members, events. So let's create an event. Ouch. Okay. That's a bit awkward. How come that the form is not okay? Event form. Interesting. Oh, I know. All good. All right. Sure. Mm-hmm. All right, there we go. Okay, beautiful. So that's also cool, I guess. Let me try to create an event. All right, beautiful. That kind of works, right? Upcoming events. Okay. The thing is, like, if you can't find motivation to do something, right, then you probably don't need to do that at the first place, right? Because if you let me put it this way, right? If you needed to achieve something because of some reason, that would not be a matter of choice. It would just be a must, right? You would have to do it, right? So considering that you don't have a motivation to do it just means that you don't have to do it, right? Because you don't have the motivation. What is motivation? Well, motivation is either something that comes personal out of some reasons or somebody forces you, like your boss, right? You should not come up with anything, right? If you're not motivated to learn it, don't learn it. And it's as simple as that, right? If somebody forces you to learn it, you would have to learn it anyway. So if your boss told you, hey, we are we are moving to React and we need you guys to learn that in next month or two, then that would be one motivation, one way to get motivated, right? Sure, I mean, again, if you're not motivated and you don't have to do it, then don't do it. That's the point. If you don't want to do it, but you're motivated because you have to learn it, because somebody told you you have to learn it, then you have to learn it anyway, right? So it's not a, so it's very simple, right? Talks to Saku, I love you, man. I think I don't think that I disagree with a lot of those comments primarily because of one thing, right? Programming is not something you must do. Like the thing is, again, let me put it this way, right? Forcing yourself to write code is almost like forcing yourself to, I don't know, do anything else in life. Go out and throw rocks, right? You should, again, if you're not in, if you don't have incentive to do something that you, if you don't have an incentive to do something that that you created the image that you have to do, then don't do it, if you understand what I mean, right? No, no, I know. I mean, he is asking us here, how do I look? He's asking us here, you know, he says he doesn't have motivation to learn, right? And then he shouldn't do it if he doesn't have motivation. That's it. Because you can get the motivation from two places. Either forced motivation, meaning I don't give a shit if you want to do it. It's like when you're young and your mom or dad, they send you to the store to buy something. You don't really need motivation there in a sense. You're not motivated, but you still have to do it. It's not like, oh, you get what I mean. So it's the same here. If you don't have to do something, and if you don't have to do it and you don't want to do it, then don't do it. That's it. You can't ask others to motivate you. That makes no sense. Right? I cannot motivate you to learn something. If I could, if you know, if you were working for me and then I said, hey, we're moving from jQuery to React, and we need all the developers to be up to speed in 3 months, then that would be motivation. But you wouldn't have a choice. You would either learn it or, well, quit, right? So it's silly to ask others for motivation. Nobody is going to give that to you. You either find your motivation or don't do it. That's as simple as that, right? Nobody can motivate you, right? Like that. That's impossible. And it's probably not the answer that one is came here to hear, but I cannot motivate you to do anything, right? If you can't get motivated by yourself or watching others code or whatever, and you don't have the incentive, right, to learn it because you don't need it, it's like me as saying, now imagine I come here and say, hey guys, I actually have no motivation to learn Haskell, you know, can you please tell me how to learn Haskell, right? You know, like why do you want to learn that at the first place? And you get what I mean, right? In order to be motivated about anything, before anything, you need to have reasons for something. If you are like super obese, unhealthy, and stuff, right? You should probably go to the gym, and your motivation should be not dying, right? Um, if you don't have a reason to do something, then you're gonna it's gonna be hard to find meaning in anything, right? Like, so no, it's not that yeah, okay. That's how it is. That's my 5 cents. Is that correct? Who knows? That's just my opinion. And as always, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, right? So just because I think something doesn't mean it's true. So keep that in mind as always, please. We all have too many opinions, right? Oh, okay. Well, hopefully it was, man. But don't force yourself to do something that you don't have to do and that you don't want to do. It's kind of paradoxical and illogical if you think about it, right? Why would you impose self-pressure on yourself to do something that you don't have to do anyway, and something that you don't want to do? You get what I mean? It's logically just not there. There's no logic in it, right? You created, like, what I like when I think about anything, genuinely, I literally draw things for myself. I'm like a little kid. I can't live without drawings. This is you, right? This is you. It's so simple when you draw it. This is you, right? And this is React, right? And then you told yourself, I have to learn React. You imposed this thing on you. Nobody asked you to do it. But then you also said, I don't want to learn React. I have no motivation, right? So that it's illogical completely, right? You said, I want to learn React. Then you came here and said, I don't want to learn React. So you don't want to learn React, basically, right? That's how it is. You said, I want to learn it, and then at one point you realize you don't want to learn it. Well, then you don't want to learn it. That's it. If I was here, if this was your boss, and he told you, you have to learn React, bro. You must learn this. Then that would be different, right? Well, no, I mean, not really. This has nothing to do with comfort zone, right? There are many things you can do in life. The point here is you should not just learn something because it came out of your asshole, right? That's the point. He was maybe just sitting you know, this guy was probably sitting at home, right? And he farted, right? And he is like, he farted, I want to learn React, right? He might fart something else tomorrow, right? Tomorrow he might wake up and say, you know, I want to learn about the moon, right? You get what I mean? So this has nothing to do about comfort zone, right? You have to have reason for something, right? You cannot just wake up and say, I want to learn geography, right? It's like, what the fuck? Why, right? You wake up and say, I want to learn about 16th century histories. Like, we don't operate like that. You need more, you need purpose, meaning. You need to, it's like, you cannot just say, I want to learn React. All right. Because you can just put anything here. I want to learn, and then put anything here, right? What's the difference, right? What's the difference if he wakes up tomorrow and says, I want to learn about elephants, right? Right? No, the point is, right, you can't just want to do something. You have to have reason behind it, right? You cannot just say, I want to X, Y. You know, why? What will you do with it, right? Like basic questions, right? You want to do something, cool, why, right? Because then, you know, why not something else, right? Why not, you know, X, Y, Z instead, right? So you have to find meaning when you're learning something. You cannot just wake up and say, I want to X. You will not do this for a long time. That's why majority of developers, 99.9% of developers fail to ever build anything and to ever learn something new because they don't know why they're doing it. The thing is, look, I'm very specific here in this industry. I'm not talking about other industries, right? I'm talking about this. Developers are notorious for starting everything and never finish anything, right? And there's a reason for that. And the reason is this. It's like some of you is going to say, I want to learn Rust, right? Okay, and then you don't need, in this case, you can say, I just want to learn it to learn new concepts to translate to the language that I'm writing, right? So this could be one of the reasons why you want to learn something, right? You can also say, well, I want to shift my career to low-level engineer and write CPU and GPU drivers, right? Right. So say I want to learn Rust. Then you lay out why would you want to do that, right? Why would you do that? What it is that you're going to use this language for. What is your intention? That's like, imagine you wake up and say, I want to learn how to use a hammer. There's literally no difference. Or I want to learn how to use a jigsaw, right? I want to learn how to hit a nail in the wall, right? All of those are meaningful in a way, right? Why would you want to do any of those? And then you say, I wanna learn React, right? There's no difference between those, even though some of them are physical in real life. But you don't wake up and you say, you know, I want to learn, right? Somebody asked about 10x developer, right? How to become 10x developer. Does any of you know what 10x developer is? Does any of you actually can assume here what 10x developer means? Genuinely, like, is there any assumptions here what this means? It doesn't come from Google. It can come from, but does any of you, do you know what this means, 10x developer? Can you imagine, is it, let me just ask, is it about code, libraries, patterns? What is it about? Well, so 10x developer has really nothing to do with really those things. So 10x developer isn't a guy who knows how to write shit tons of code, right? 10x means value, right? What does that mean when I say value? What is value, right? Enables others, able to, well, obviously lift up others, understands incredibly well domain level knowledge, whatever that domain level knowledge is, right? But the core thing is value, right? Not necessarily did more things. It's very hard to quantify how many things you do. But 10x is a person that generally makes themselves, it makes others to be very dependent on that person. That person has enough of experience, is able to provide solutions very quickly in a way of designing them, making decisions, right? Making decisions which are generally good. So it can be either technical decisions or business decisions, etc., etc. So in simple words, at 10x, to become this, you need a lot of experience. I mean, all of us, not you, all of us. None of us is here is 10x, obviously. Please don't think that I like, none of us is. But 10x, that has nothing to do with code, right? Code is meaningless. Nobody gives a shit about code. Nobody cares about code, right? So it's all about value, man. And how do you become 10x? There's no path to that. It's very, very, very few people get there, and those are the people who integrate themselves so well in the companies where they work. They make themselves, they make others depend on them, right? And to be this, you really need to be proactive, driven, or to say result driven. And you need to have incredible social skills. Incredible social skills, right? So this is, so if you ever wonder how people progress in their careers, it's always because of this. This is where the value of professionals lie, right? So how easy you get with people, how much you influence people. This is the most important skill if you want to be a team lead, a tech lead, or whatever. It's social skills. It's not programming. It's not algorithms. It's not frameworks and Reacts. So if you want to be a good professional and progress in your career, you have to work on this. And how do you work on this? Well, you spend time with people, right? uh, and how you spend time, how, right? So what does it mean, social skills? This is a very interesting subject. What do I mean, social skills? Let me give you some examples, right? Let me give you what a social skill is. Let's imagine that let's imagine this. Let's imagine that John let's imagine that John, who isn't really a great developer, asks you for an advice about his code, right? You look at the code and you say, oh my god, this sucks ass, right? So you will not get very far talking to people like this, right? That code probably does suck, right? In some way, right? And probably most people would agree. But you don't do it. What you do with John, instead, is say, hey, John, that's okay. I remember when I wrote exactly that same feature. Let me maybe share some insights with you on how I did it, right? You see how quickly you can get attention of John, right? You show some respect, you show some empathy, you show some understanding on because you sucked as much as John not very long ago. You also sucked ass, right? You probably wrote so much shitty code that some people after you left also saw and said, oh my god, this sucks ass as well, right? So this is just a primitive and stupid example, but this example you can apply to every single interaction in your daily job. If you want people to have trust in you and be able to come to you and tell you things, and this probably applies to every industry, not just not just to this industry. So if you want to progress in your career, you want to be a nice guy who helps the John, who helps all Johns, and right, you wanna, and you're right. So you wanna treat everybody like John, and you wanna listen, and you wanna show some empathy. There's no stupid questions. There's no, sure, sometimes things will suck, and you can actually share that. You can actually say that something sucks in a nice way, right? So 10x, amongst other things, is a social genius in most cases, right? How long do you treat everybody like John? Well, there's a process, right? There's a process for Johns, right? Of course, that John cannot do this for a long time, right? But most Johns out there, they are reasonable people. If you give them somehow intelligent feedback, they will learn, right? So most people are not going to stay on this. Most people will grow. People cannot grow if you don't give them feedback, and you cannot expect different outcome from someone that made a mistake and you haven't actually helped them with that mistake, right? So feedback is crucial in the growth of all of us, right? Without feedback with your wife, your husband, your friend, feedback is fundamental for us to grow. If you're not getting feedback at your work, you should quit your job and get another job, right? So most Johns out there are reasonable people who actually want to grow, and they don't want to do this. No normal person, and I think most people are normal. No normal person wants this, but they cannot get away from this if you don't help them. So your organization is responsible for John moving away from this, right? So that's how. And of course, if John just doesn't get it, then the worst thing you then make it formal, unfortunately, and you fire John eventually, right? But John cannot progress if you don't give John any insights and help them, right? It's common sense. So, and it's all about creating an organization, creating a team that can do all this. And this is very hard, right? It's very hard to build a good team. It's very hard to build an environment where people can thrive and people can get motivated by the organization itself. So this is obviously theoretically easy to say, but it's very hard to achieve because, again, once you hire more than 10, 20 people, then with every additional person, there's a higher chance that somebody is going to be unhappy, right? So that's how it is. So hiring is super fundamental part of making good organizations. Hiring it's the same, man. Like feedback is everything, right? I mean, I think that I do genuinely believe that the generations today, some of you youngsters, if I may call you that way, I think you're living in a way, in a very dishonest times, right? I'm not saying that, I'm 34, so I'm not 60, right? But today, telling some feedback to a young individual, you have to be very careful, right? Because you guys are so fucking spoiled in so many ways that it's unreal, right? I had people crying when I gave them the most honest and very nice, very genuine feedback, right? And you're literally, by being snowflakes, some of you, you're literally, only people you are messing up are yourselves, right? Because you should strive to get feedback, not run away from it, not try to be sugar coated every single day of your life, right? Because the only people who are actually losing is you, nobody else, right? And are you getting mad because I'm saying this? I don't give a shit, to be honest with you. If you're getting mad, that's your problem, not mine. That's just how it is, right? If this is triggering you, that's your problem. Sorry. That's how it is. Well, that's how you can make your John in your student group be better as well. Tell him, hey John, let's have a coffee, my friend, right? Let's why did you do this like this? And John will get mad a bit. That's fine, because John is gonna feel that he disappointed you and that he is not good enough. But the next day, John is gonna wake up and he will know, he will be better, right? Um, so yeah, I've gotten feedback so many times in my career. I go home and I still do it to this day. I get some feedback. I feel really bad. I go home. I don't feel bad because somebody gave me feedback. I go home because I feel that I disappointed myself and others. But next day, or maybe 2, 3 days later, I think things through, and then I feel good again. But I feel that I've grown, that now I'm better than I was, right? So that's how it works, right? So that's how it is, right? Nobody likes to disappoint, not others, but themselves before anything, and that's fine, right? So feedback can sometimes hurt, and the best feedback is the one that hurts, because that's the feedback that's honest, and that's the feedback where you grow, right? If the feedback doesn't hurt, then it's probably very dishonest feedback, unless you're absolutely perfect and you never did anything wrong in your entire life. And I know that some of you are probably perfect, or at least think that you're perfect, right? You're not. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. You don't want to be Linus. You don't want. You definitely don't want to be that guy, right? You know how the saying goes. Always be careful what you wish, right? Why would you want to be Linus, man? Like, you would probably not want to be that guy. I don't see why would you want that, man. That guy is one, and Nvidia, fuck you, exactly. You don't want to be Linus, man. Jesus Christ, man. What the hell did I just copy? Jesus. All right. Fruitful. Fuck him. Oh, actually, that's a very good point. So what Numinex also said, which is what I forgot to mention, right, is that indeed, of course, right, sometimes you will get a very good prodigy. Sometimes you're gonna get a person who can really code a lot, right, but has horrible social skills and is generally horrible to work with people. Well, you can also find place for such person as well, right? So there's you can actually find a place for shitty people as well, right? That's also possible, right? But you just have to do your best to not put them with other people, right? So in a way, you get what I mean, right? So you can even find a spot for people with no social skills, but you just have to put them, at the right place, right? You just have to give them a job somewhere where give me 1 second. Event content, event sidebar. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, we should not be showing this when we're editing, right, in mobile, exactly. So yeah, let's write an expression here. We can say so. So we're gonna say is if it's not mobile or oops or something and end, right? Shit, what's happening here? Okay, all right. That's not what I something. Jesus Christ, man. Ah, actually, great. We actually have that hook in here. Beautiful. So show this if it's not on mobile or no, that's not correct. So sure. So or is mobile something like that, right? But no, that makes no sense. Wait a minute. So Numinex, my friend, thank you very much for coming, dude. HP, good evening, buddy. How are you? So wait, I need to think here, guys. 1 second. So I'm very good, man. What about yourself? So if it's not mobile, yeah. But no, that makes no sense. So let's kind of remove this. So if it's mobile, yeah. And yeah, so we have this one. Maybe like that, right? Right. And then if we go to desktop, right? Ah, shit. So no. So no, then that's good. If it's not mobile. Nice, man. Nice. All right. So that's kind of good, I guess. So that's what we wanted, right? Yeah, man. That's messed up. I'm scared of starting my pet project. Yeah. Give me a second. Shit, I look. Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, shit. I'm not actually fan. Like now, when I look at this crap, right? I actually don't want those borders at all. Like no matter if it's desktop or not. Yeah, I fucking hate those borders, man. That's good that we're kind of staring a bit at it. Heart shape box, exactly. But then, shit. Maybe border L. Mm. Okay, it's fine. Wicked Real, thank you, buddy, for coming. Appreciate it. Good night. Ah, it's Leo going. Leo, good night, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for coming, dude, as always, and being here this entire time. Describe software architecture. Doesn't work that way. You don't build products that way. I think you're thinking from the standpoint of somebody who's getting into the industry, and I think that's, of course, a logical question for you. But I don't think about architectural like you maybe do, right? I've done this 5 billion times before, right? So you don't define art. That's not how it works. That's not how products are built. That's like, asking a tennis player when they go on the court, have you, if they thought about every single swing they're going to do, right? It doesn't work like that, right? Yeah, this kind of sucks though, but I'll just remove it still. I don't know how to do it better, but I'll remove it just so it annoys me. and then I have to change it, right? So maybe it wasn't such a great idea to have this sidebar here anyway. I don't see, honestly, anything that it's actually solving this sidebar, right? So maybe that was a mistake. Well, it was a mistake for sure. I'm actually going to get rid of that. I don't think we need that at all. Right. Thank you everybody for your follows and stuff. Very much appreciated. Yeah, actually, it's super good, super good. I like it. I like when I can kind of think it through a bit and stuff, right? So that's great. That's super nice. All good, right? We should group those things together. Yeah, give me 1 second. Yeah, for sure. What the hell? Hell happened here? Then header. Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay. Yeah, so add to calendar, blah blah blah. Yeah, for sure, right? Yeah, because you're in school, right? That's gonna change in time, right? I think what we're gonna actually do, right? I think what we're going to do. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I mean, I will shave because my wife doesn't like it, and my kid, when I kiss my kid, it scratches him because I have a very strong beard. So I think I'll have to do it. Actually, let me use paint instead. Yeah, for sure. Hmm. I mean, tools like Paint for sure, like in any really tool. It doesn't tools don't never mattered, man. I mean, Figma. You know, we use Figma at work and stuff. You would use tools like Figma when you have cross team, when you have a designer. Like in my team, I have a designer, right? So we have a huge Figma style guide and stuff. But I mean, so a lot of those tools exist for many reasons other than needing them all the time, right? So when you just need to quickly see how something looks like, you don't need Figma, right? That's a huge overkill, right? Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, all of the tools are useful depending on their context, but no tools are always useful, right? That's the thing, right? No tools are always useful, right? And that just applies to every profession on earth. Interesting. I'm sorry. Give me a minute more. I just need to. No, don't worry. Yeah, exactly. Edit is just if you're if you're, yeah, for sure. We're gonna have the edit. I think I'm gonna group all the controls, and obviously we're gonna minimize this. Like actually, give me 1 second. So well, I'm gonna get actually rid of this number one. Then oh, I see. Wow. Okay, that's like icon with label. Yeah, exactly right. Obviously attending. Where's the attending thing? Builderman, thank you so much, dude, for being here. I appreciate you for coming in and sticking around. Thank you so much, dude. Thanks a lot. And sleep well. I'm gonna probably head off in a couple of minutes as well. My wife is also gonna get from work, so right back at you, man. Right back at you. Thank you very much. Right back at you, man. I do OBS. Yes, that's correct. Yes. Jesus Christ, man. Where is it? Like, yeah, it's here. Okay. Mm. What's your opinion about taking master's degree? Worth it? I think at average any education is worth it. I would be an imbecile if I would tell you or discourage you to study, right? The fundamental question is what are your goals, right? And again, please do not take my advice on anything this other than my opinion. So my opinion is that if you just want to write code, you don't need university. That's my opinion. So please, if you want to, I don't know, if you want to work in academia, if you want to work at university, if you want to work in academia in general, then you need diploma for that. right? All of those PhDs, they're getting boners when they show their PhDs to others, right? So that's how it works. If you don't care about academia and if you just want to write code, it's questionable how useful it is. Is it useless? Absolutely not. So is it more useful than it's useless? Of course, right? It would be silly to suggest otherwise. But how useful it is relative to the time you're going to spend and money, that's questionable. That you have to decide for yourself. But obviously, right? Neglecting importance of education, any education, would be absolutely immature of me, right? I mean, depending what you're gonna learn, right? And if you can afford it, if you're not paying a lot for it, absolutely, why not? University is not really there just so you learn the content of the university. It's there to learn to work with other people, to communicate, to make friends, to maybe start a company and stuff like that. So there's many things that happen on university which are not university related, right? You're going to make contacts. Some of those people, you're going to go to school one day, they're going to have their own company and they're going to remember you and they're going to say, "Oh man, I know Max, man. Max was great. I'm going to give job to Max, or I'm going to even ask him to be a co-founder," right? So it's not just about right? There's more to it than just learning syntax, right? So absolutely. You decide, you make that decision. Don't let anyone discourage you or again, and it's all opinions, right? My pleasure. Just remember everything I say is questionable. Uh, I would not like to give you a bad advice. So yeah, don't trust me. Not Max. I wish you best, man. Thank you for coming. Good luck. Study hard, work hard. World doesn't owe us anything. Remember that. And yeah, be smart and you can achieve great things. And that's it. Persistence is everything. So remember that. Great. Days, 'cause I found God. I like you. I'm not gonna crack this you. I'm not gonna crack you. User pointer. Beautiful. Shit, what happened with this time? Didn't I have some utility that's dealt with this crap? I guess I did at one point. Yeah, we'll see in the commit history, right? I'm just building it as it goes. Everything is done in this stream as I feel. So no, I didn't design anything, no. Have a very limited time for this project. So, I mean, all the time I have is in this stream, so maybe a few hours a week. And it's still live, so yeah. Did I actually, any of you, actually, yeah, we had 4 people signing up this stream. This guy's gonna get deleted, obviously, right after this stream. But that's how it is. Okay, cool. So what actually happened with event sidebar? Let's take a look at this. How stupid you have to be to not literally use any normal name. Like it's almost like some of you guys here are like fucking you know, like I don't know, celebrities, and then you're like, you're not gonna know my name, you know, my name. Oh my fucking god, man. Jesus Christ. Bunch of Jesus Christ, dude. Ah, is it? No, it's not that. Profile, no. Meetup members. Event header. Which articles? Yeah, yeah. Some fucking lunatic, right? Yeah. Yeah. World is filled with idiots. That's why it's kind of collapsing slowly. That's how it is. Maybe he's a brainless fuck. Maybe that's what he is. Link to map. No, seriously, man, didn't we like do something with this date? I'm sure we did, right? Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. I see. Okay. Yeah, all good, all good, all good. Right now, there's no plans for that. No. Probably not. Probably not. If I achieve nothing with this project, maybe in a year from now, then I probably will, yes. But yeah, no plans for that yet. But you know, never say never. Never say never, right? For sure. Well, yeah, actually, that's better, right? And then we have attending stuff. Where's that crap? Yeah. Yeah, that's not too disgusting for sure. For sure, not too disgusting, I guess, right? Then we have the attending thing. Yeah, well, we don't probably need the attend events. We can just say attend, right? Log into attend. Yeah, so that's, yeah, attend. Maybe we should add some sort of an icon or like something there. Let's take a look at that. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we can conditionally render some icon here, right? We can say is attending. I suppose I have a state for that. Yeah. Something like that, right? Maybe. Yep. Right. Yeah. Something like that, right? Yeah. Obviously, that's not really the icon we want, right? And it's okay. We'll let's actually go to some of the icon fonts that you guys gave me. So let's search for join or something like that, right? Oops, not there. Hmm. What would be the any other ideas? So join, enter, attend. I don't think there's attend one icons. What? No. How? Like any other suggestions? How would we like a entrance? No. Join. Participate. Sign. No. Well, this is not sign in. This is This is kind of joining the event, right? So what would be participate? Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I don't actually know which one, honestly. So who cares for now? Let's use this thing that's kind of like, yeah, attend. Attending. Yeah. What would be the opposite? And thank you everybody for the follows. Very much appreciated. So attending. Unattend. Is there a word called unattend? Unattend. I guess there is unattend. Opposite of attend. Is there a word unattend? Obviously not. The fuck? Why is 3.5, man? What is this crap? What? What? All right, so no. Shit. Okay. Who cares? Okay, let's leave it like that. It's okay. Also, this edit button, I think I'm gonna group it with others. Because yeah, this is anyway just seen by the user that's actually logged in. That's what I'm gonna do. Smack it in here. Yeah, that's better. Okay, okay, sure. All right, fellas, does anyone have any questions? Let's maybe take a question or two before I round up. It's almost midnight here. Let me just let's go back to full camera and let's disable this. Anyone has any questions, especially new viewers, anything I can help with, anything I can answer, please do so now. Otherwise, I need to go. I'm tired. I need to eat something, and my wife is gonna actually come from work probably soon. So, yeah, I need to head off. I'm gonna wait a minute. I guess that's a no. I guess that's a no. Well, in that case, I'm gonna head off. Thank you very much, many of you who joined. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for being here, the stream. I'm gonna stream tomorrow the same time, 9 p.m. Copenhagen time. So if you guys are around, let's hang out. And what is to say? I wish you the best, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, guys. Cheers. Bye bye. All the best. Cheers. Bye bye.